Last year we replaced this cab corner using JB Weld, and it's held up really well. Today we're going to replace a rusted door bottom using 3M's impact resistant structural adhesive. To begin, we'll use a tool like this on an air hammer to remove the trim. Next, we're going to use a grinder like this to grind perpendicular to the door panel to get 3 layers of metal and be able to get under this outer layer and zip it across here. To cut through the panel, you can use a bit like this on an air hammer. Use a nibbler like this. Or you can use a shears like this. Today we're going to be using the air hammer. So we'll get in there between those sheets of metal, get to the outer one, and we're just going to follow that red line. After we have it clamped into place, we can then install some screws, and these are a little bit smaller than 1/8 inch, so that after we glue it, we can pull these screws out and replace them with 1/8 inch pop rivets. Before we glue it into place, I just want to show you a few things. This is the old panel, and we did catch it just before it started to rot out the inner panel, which is a good thing. We have something to fold this over on the bottom. Here's a close-up shot of the end of the door. This is the door frame, and this is the old door skin right there. And we're going to do a lap joint, a glued lap joint, all the way across about 1.5 inches, so that when we put this guy up there, he'll butt right up to that, and then we're going to glue it and fold this over. Earlier in the video, I stated we were going to use 3M structural adhesive or panel adhesive, but this is SEM structural adhesive, and it's impact resistant. So we ground the panel clean on the inside, we ground this clean, and we're going to put a strip up high here. And one down here. And there we go. We are going to let this dry overnight, and I see glue squirting out all along the seam, so I know that the glue is in contact all the way along. When we fold over the edge, it's important to keep the dolly on an angle instead of flat against the panel. If you keep it flat against the panel and knock that edge over, you'll get little dings along the edge. But if you keep it on an angle, right on that edge, you'll be okay. And if you need a heavier one, you can get a bigger one, but also, again, you're going to keep it on an edge. I keep it at about a 45-degree angle, and you're putting some pressure against the door. And they do make tools that, for the air hammer, that can go and pinch that down, but it doesn't take much. After folding over the door skin edge, prepping it for paint, and giving it a few coats of primer, this is what the inside of the lower door skin looks like. On the outside, after the panel adhesive cured, the screws were removed and replaced with pop rivets for a lower profile. The area was prepped for filler by grinding with a 40 grit resin disc on a grinder like this. And then the seam and the rivets were tapped down with a body hammer all along the seam like this. And now we can spread our filler. And now, using a Stanley Surform cheese grater, we can take some extra off of here before we sand. And again, this always saves a lot of dust. And the door is open a little bit so I don't run into this. And we'll be using a fresh sheet of 40 grit on an air file. Here's a close-up shot of the seam from inside of the door panel, and this is one of the rivets, and I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is some of the glue that squirted out from the lap joint. After prepping for primer and paint using a DA with 120, 220, and a red scuff pad for any other shiny paint, I gave the door bottom 3 coats of primer surfacer. This area is now ready to be block sanded with 120, primed again, finish sanded with 220 or finer, and painted. I hope you enjoyed this video on using impact resistant panel adhesive or structural adhesive for your patch panels. And if you did, and you'd like to get my latest videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.